The government is not making COVID-19 or any other vaccinations compulsory. It's not going to be compulsory, but my message to everyone is it's safe.
The government's made it really clear that the vaccine won't be mandatory in New Zealand, and I think that's the case in just about every country around the world.
As a government, we will not be making it compulsory.
Jacinda Ardern says there's no need to make a vaccine compulsory in New Zealand.
I'm concerned about the no jab, no pay policy of Australia. Are you looking at that?
No, we're not.
Fantastic,
No.
Thank you.
I believe in vaccination, but not mandatory.
Great, thank you.
Great.
I think when you make things mandatory, it often ends up having the effect of, having certain populations or communities thinking that it's, this is not a good thing and it's infringing on their rights and stuff.
So that's why we're making it mandatory. Cabinet's agreed that high-risk workers in the health and disability sector will need to be fully vaccinated by the 1st of December. They'll need to receive their first dose by the 30th of October. This includes general practitioners, pharmacists, community health nurses, midwives, paramedics, and all healthcare workers in sites where vulnerable patients are treated, including intensive care units. We'll also be including certain non-regulated healthcare workforces, including aged residential care, home and community support services, kaupapa Māori health providers, and non-government organisations that provide health services. Schools and early learning staff and the support people who work with them, who have contact with children and students, will need to be fully vaccinated by the 1st of January 2022, and the target for them to receive their first dose is the 15th of November. That includes home-based educators, all those who support people in our schools and early learning services such as teacher aides, administration and maintenance staff, and contractors. Secondary schools in kura will also be required to keep a COVID-19 vaccination register of their students. Students that don't produce evidence of vaccination will be considered unvaccinated. In the education workforce, from next year, they won't be able to work in those roles. If parents are volunteering in schools, i.e. spending more time in school than just doing pickups and drop-offs, then yes, they would need to be vaccinated to continue those volunteer roles.
Here you can see we're making very clear decisions on where individuals are interacting with vulnerable New Zealanders. Our young children, school settings, and also healthcare. I think for New Zealanders that will make good sense. In other high-risk settings, like for instance large-scale events or potentially hospitality, that's where we're looking to use things like vaccine certificates as a way to ensure that only vaccinated people are engaging with one another.
So that's why we're making it mandatory.